Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a video all about what the F is going on in my life. So this is for those of you who are just feeling generally very confused, you're not sure what's going on in your life and you just need some kind of answers as to what is being presented in front of you. Now this can be anything from love, career, general, it can be anything from like drama to like just silence in your life, to just literally anything. So we're going to see whatever we pick up today. They're going to be 4 smaller piles, so if you would like to choose 2 at one time, that's also really nice because there might be another message in here for you. Before we begin, I also do private readings, so all information is down below. I also do healing, I do distance healing, I also do psychic transformational coaching, so we can literally look into any area of your life that needs a bit of uplift. If you are struggling to attract relationships, we can look into that and see how we can get the ball rolling for you and just anything like that. So please pick a group. We have group number 1, group 2, group 3 and group 4. So let's get started with group number 1. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading, my lovely. Let's see what's going on for you. So you guys chose Lemurian quartz, really beautiful crystal. This is to basically help you with uplifting your energy. It's a very sensitive, energetic crystal. So if you had this in your life and you're attracted to it, it's probably because you're feeling quite sensitive. You're feeling quite like maybe overly empathic. Maybe you're feeling just very like sensitive to the world and what's going on and just in your own life as well. So it could just be everything. You could also just be very sensitive to like lots of different things. But one thing I'm also getting is you guys may be feeling like extra sensitive to EMF waves, and EMF waves are what comes out of your phone, your Wi-Fi router, things like that. So I would definitely recommend getting a shungite EMF wave like crystal on the back of your phone. I have one on the back of mine, so it's literally just to stop or at least reduce the EMF waves, because you're holding it at the end of the day. Like that is going onto your skin, into your energy, it's buzzing all of your organs, you know, it's all the things. So I highly recommend. I just got them off of Amazon, I'm pretty sure, but I just felt like that was important to explain. Okay, so we're going to get a few more tarot cards to kind of see what's going on, so we can kind of get the gist of what's actually happening in your life, and then we can see how we can help. So the Emperor, the 7 of Wands. Oh, okay. I kind of understand what's going on now. I kind of understand. We're getting there. 2 of Pentacles, the Fool. Yes, there's some sort of new change happening and you're very uncertain. Like, why is this happening? Why is this going on? Why is this like really affecting me? I feel like there's a sense of it's new, but I don't understand what's going on. So it's all good. It's like everything you've prayed for, and it will be something you've prayed for, but it's just not, it's not fully settled within your life right now. So it could be, right? It could be something like you're trying to move house and you have the house, right? You have possibly paid for it, and then basically you're waiting to move in. So you're in that in-between stage. That's what I'm feeling for a lot of you guys. This is an in-between stage group. We'll go for it. This feels like something stability wise. It could be Taurus infused, kind of like anything to do with money, career, that type of thing. Forgive, interesting, open up to change. Okay, so you're stubborn. You have a stubborn energy to you, speak your world into being in the reverse, right? So there's definitely a sense of I can't actually express how I truly feel in this moment. I can't truly say what is on my mind and what's going on. So what I feel is there's just this energy of needing to express what's truly on your heart, what's on your mind. The butterflies is a very big synchronicity, and I actually have butterfly nails on today and they're really beautiful. I actually really love them. Don't know if you can see that, they're like butterfly petal nails. They're really pretty, and that's what I'm feeling for you guys, is this sense of like I'm opening up, but it's scary. I'm opening up to this newness. I really feel like I want one more card. Sorry guys, I'm like really trying to understand what the theme is. We'll get one more of these and then we'll get an astrology card, and I think we'll understand what's going on. I mean, if this resonates already from just by the cards, then that will make sense to you, so that's great if it does. Okay, we're gonna get some dice. Let's get a bit more specific. So Sometimes the first pile, the first group is always a bit ugh, like because I'm just getting my energy started in the video. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of things happening. There's not just one singular thing. I think that's why I'm getting so confused. So what I feel is a lot of you guys are struggling to forgive yourself. Okay, you have this tendency to put yourself under a crap ton of pressure, and I also feel like for you guys it could be something to do with faith, and it's something to do with like what's going on in your life is you have an undercurrent of lack with what you're feeling, an undercurrent of lack and an undercurrent of I struggle to, oh, what's this? Please tell me, Lord. I struggle to trust you. Right, okay, so that's what I'm feeling. You struggle to trust, which is what you're working on right now, okay? So this is part of you reaching out for more help, and also your life is taking a different theme. So if your theme in your life has always been trust issues, trusting other people, stretching out your hand to, you know, maybe you offer help, or maybe you struggle to offer help, or maybe you struggle to receive, you are taking a big like turn. I'm seeing like a steering wheel, someone grabbing the steering wheel and turning it, and it's kind of, it feels very abrupt. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, like why did that happen? And what's happening is your next level of your life is looking like you are needing more and you're getting more, but it's happening in a really strange way. So I'm filming this in Aries season. It's whenever you come across this video. But Aries is a really, really big energy. Aries is like, it doesn't mess around, okay? It doesn't F around. So you're getting really angry because there's things that you want but you're not getting them yet, but it's because you still it's lack energy going on. Now, this is not me pointing out that you've done something wrong. This is not me pointing out you're doing something wrong in general. It's me pointing out what you possibly cannot see. And I feel like you cannot see how much you overdo stuff, right? So maybe what I feel like is going on in your life is you overdo stuff. So possibly overgive, overthink, overdraw the line. Maybe you extend, but I think it's also something to do with like you don't listen to something. I don't know what it is. It's very, very strange. I really can't get a grip on this. Can we get one more card, please? But it's something to do with the 9th house, because we've got this twice. So we've got the 9th house and the dice, and I also picked it from this deck here as well. Right. Okay, so your routine is going to shift. Your routine is going to change drastically. Your routine is going to shift where you are changing so, I hate this word because I can never say it, exponentially. You're changing a lot, okay? You're changing a lot. And what happens is it becomes a ripple effect. There's a ripple effect of once you shift something, it shifts everything else. It's kind of like when you shift your boundaries because you no longer take shit, right? You then shift your boundaries everywhere else. That's what I see happening here, is there's a sense of your speech is really affecting your life. Now, this is something to do with like really standing in your firm beliefs and firm power. I think it's to do with your beliefs. It could be your beliefs about the world, religious beliefs. It can also be beliefs about how you feel just in general and just being listened to and heard. I think that's also part of it. But what I see is you have functioned from a place of just constantly giving and offering stuff. And that's not your purpose anymore. Your purpose is shifting more to an embodiment of who you are. So instead of just like giving it away. So this is you, right? This carnelian really drew me in today, by the way. So if carnelian's drawing you in, then this is your crystal for today. This is you, right? And constantly, because you have been almost like shown to use your gifts to just give them away. So this could be your gift of empathy. It could be your gift of strength, of usefulness. You just give it away. And it's almost like that's what you've been taught to do. But then when you give it away, you then end up without it because you're constantly saying that I don't deserve this. Like, this is a gift, I want to give it away. How about you start giving it to yourself? Now, how can group number one give this to themselves? They let themselves listen to what they actually truly feel, because sometimes you're giving it away and you don't actually want to. So there's things like boundaries for you guys. Boundaries are a really strong point for you guys. So it's not one particular thing that's going on here. There's not like one specific, like it's career, it's jobs, it's literally, this is your soul. This is literally a soul thing that's happening with you. That's why this video is so complicated. I apologize if this is very complicated, but I'm really trying to like make it very practical. But we do have the Emperor here, so that's really interesting. So it's something to do with your routine is going to completely shift because of you changing so much. Now, what's happening is you are changing a lot, and that's why it's freaking you out. So there's things like, I want to move forward, but I also need to forgive, but I also need to open up to change. There's loads of different things going on, which is why it's freaking you out. I like the fact we have 2 new moons, because what this is saying is it's kind of like changes, but you're not like, it's kind of like a newborn, like little chicken and a little egg, right? The chick is just learning to walk, it's learning to experience stuff, but it doesn't mean it's ready to fly yet. That's kind of your energy. You're starting to realize all these patterns within yourself, and it's very overwhelming, and it's making you quite emotional. And I want to encourage these emotions to actually move through, because these emotions are not here to say like, oh, it's like, oh, why am I so emotional? It's like, well, probably solar flares. It could be solar flares. It could be your diet. It could be literally just energetically what's going on with you. It could be the planets. It could be literally anything, right? But it's all encompassing towards what's going on within your soul. So it's affecting your soul at a soul level, right? Now, what's going to happen after this is once you start to move through this situation, these feelings, just this sense of like a soul upgrade, you are becoming more connected to your inner child. And what's going to happen afterwards is a sense of you and your new self coming together. And you're going to be like twinning, you're going to be like sisters, you connect. It's kind of like what I see is when you're trying to make friends, it takes time to be friends with somebody. You can't just be like, I'm your friend, unless that has actually happened to you. But a lot of the time is you keep seeing each other over and over and over again. You get used to each other, you understand each other, you figure out if you like each other, then you end up hanging out more, and then you end up kind of becoming best friends. That's what I see happening here. It's like you and yourself are becoming best friends. So an old part of you that has not been able to integrate because of whatever happened to you, maybe it was past trauma, maybe there was crap going on with, maybe you had to move house a lot, maybe you had relationship issues, maybe you had money issues, whatever happened, that's past now, but there's still like a remnants of that. So your old self is now becoming in conjunction with your new self. Hopefully this makes sense. So we literally just got that, didn't we? And you saw me shuffle. What's going to happen is a new you. You are now leading with the wolf. I want you to look up what a wolf means in spiritual terms, because I feel like that's a really big sign for you. Yes, exactly. The 3 of Cups is literally my friendship card, especially with feminine friendship, like women friendship. 3 of Cups and the Empress. Yes, that is so feminine. Yes, so you are embodying your feminine side. You're embodying the softer side of you. You're also embodying strength and willpower, especially for my ladies out there. You guys are becoming a lot more confident with your speech, and you're becoming much more grounded in your body, which is really great. And there's a lot that's going to come out of this. Can you see? 3 women, 3 women. So instead of 2 women, it's 3. So it's you, your new self, and a friend. And I feel like that's what's going to be coming after this. But also what also comes after this is a new version of yourself. So there's going to be new stuff coming. So friendships, community. There's also going to be like sense of community as well that you're going to feel, not just see, you're going to feel it. So it's not just like a certain person that makes you feel like this. It's like because you are comfortable with yourself, you then bring in new friendships that also make you feel good. Because at the end of the day, if you are not sure on who you are, and you don't have to be sure of who you are every single day, or sure, you don't have to like know yourself exactly right, because life is a roller coaster. Oh my gosh, I cringe myself out sometimes. Just gotta ride it. But yeah, you literally are embodying this new version of yourself. So that's what I feel is going on in your life. That is what I see. I'm gonna get you one more astrology roll. We'll see if there's anything like physically, other than like friendship. 9th house again, Leo. Neptune. Okay, so they're spiritual friends, they're spiritual people, and also the way you are acting in your life, you're acting more seen. Like a lot of people are now looking at you and you're like, I'm okay with that, I'm cool with that. The end. So that's your reading. God is telling me to move on to the next one, so this is your reading. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. I love talking to you guys. You guys are so kind and so lovely. All my offerings are down below. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello group number 2, let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose Diamond. Ooh, beautiful. Whenever you just got to keep it icy, when you want to make your intentions perfectly clear. Ooh, set an engagement ring. So some of you guys could be getting married or engaged to. I love that. 3 of Wands. Ooh, we need to get some more cards. So let's see what's going on with your love life. This reminds me of an onion. This might even be an onion, to be fair. Okay, let's see. Let's get you a few more cards. Okay, one of the messages, so random, I just got was to like clean my lens. So some of you guys, I'm going to clean it right now. So this is to do with you guys getting crystal clear on something. It's like wiping away the debris. It's also, I really feel like you guys need to clear your house out a little bit. Like clear your house, even just like tidying it. Please go do that after this video if you feel drawn to do so, because I feel like there's a real need for you to like cleanse. Ooh. This is going to be love related. There's something here as well. This is spicy. Okay, so intimacy is being highlighted. They're showing me intimacy, physical intimacy, emotional intimacy. There's like an offering of a spiritual cleanse that's happening. Okay, I'm not going to promote myself, but I am. I do this literally is what I see is happening in you guys. I see like a spiritual transformation. That's literally what I do in my coaching. So if you do need like some help kind of crossing the next line for like transformation, if you're struggling with relationships, your career, like that is down below if you would like to. It won't be in my website yet, but if you would like to, just give me an email. Okay, so yes, oh my gosh, that is so correct. Okay, I'm so happy. This is literally what I do in my coaching, shadow work. Yes, exactly, that's what's happening. Oh, I love the black and the pink together. That's really gorgeous. Okay, so what's going on in your life, my love, is you are working with some shadows. Okay, you are working with some shadows. Also, I actually did a... Okay, my microphone just slipped off. Okay, I'm back. So, yes, shadow work is very important. And I'm not even saying that you need to do shadow work in general, but I would actually highly encourage it. So I do shadow work. I offer shadow work. So if you would like that, then definitely let me know. But also... because it's quite hard to do it on yourself, unless you know someone that can do shadow work for you. Highly recommend. So yes, what I was saying was I also have another YouTube channel where I do general channeled messages, not like just picker cards. So if you would like to check out my other YouTube channel, look down below in the description, because there is literally a video that I just uploaded that's to do with shadow work. It's to do with like the shadow in you. Now, what's the shadow? What is the shadow? It's to do with recognition. It's to do with people seeing the real version of you, not just like the curated version of you. Speak your word into being. That's what group number 1 had as well. Okay. Yeah, it's something to do with like, okay, I'm hearing I'm really powerful, but I don't know what to do with it. Believe in your good luck. And then we have embrace the flow of life. Okay, so you guys can get really stuck in your patterns of negativity. Now, this is normally for people who are quite sensitive, because if you're not very sensitive, a lot of the time people just like kind of cruise along in life. It isn't that great, but it means that they're not really aware of anything. Now, if you're more on the sensitive side, you can feel all the changes, and you can kind of get, you're empathizing with what's going on in the world, what's going on in your own world, and you kind of want to do something about it. Shadow work. But also I see that one thing is to kind of like let whatever is happening happen and adjust to it rather than going against it. So kind of like a surfer on a wave, like go with the wave rather than going against it. How you can do that is to every day see how you feel about things. Now, even if you have like a 9-to-5 job and you really struggle with time, this doesn't mean that you can't implement stuff to give yourself a effing break, because you need to. There's things like, it's like whatever gives you the relief. So it could be anything from meditating, praying, yoga, walking, listening to some really amazing, beautiful music, dancing, like anything that gives you a sense of relief. Because what I see is you're getting frustrated and you don't know what to do with it. Tapping, EFT can also be really good. Funnily enough, I do that in my coaching too. It is literally an advert, I'm sorry, but it is. It's true. It is what I do. And what I see happening here is you have some good stuff coming because you are letting go. The more you let go, the better things happen. And also when people come towards you and they possibly have issues, you are no longer being like, oh, it's my problem, it's obviously my fault. You're thinking, what can I do about that, but from a distance? You know, you're not giving things so much of your life force anymore. You're not giving it so much of your energy. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the light. And yeah, it's like you're giving it less of your energy, sort of thing, if that makes sense. So this guy here, this reminds me of like a stubborn boss, or like a stubborn asshole who just doesn't quit. Now, this person is definitely somebody that could be in your life. I'm hearing, cover my ears because I don't want to hear this. Like this is the sort of person you're around. Now, this is a different type of person that isn't like part of your wavelength. This isn't somebody who's going to lift you up. They have issues. Now, you are going to be tested by this person to kind of see where your boundaries are. I would definitely recommend having strong boundaries, saying no, giving yourself some time, saying let me think about that, things like that, because you have more choice. You're going to have more choice. So you don't have to stick with these people. Now, I have been somebody who has been around people not out of choice, purely for my survival. So I've had to say yes a lot. So I totally understand how that feels when you have to say yes a lot. And I feel like this is shifting now, and you actually have a choice whether to say no. Now, this person doesn't listen to anything that you say. I don't know who this person is. They're definitely male. They don't listen to anything you say, and you have to give up your control around this person. You've got to let them go, just like yeet them and let them go, because there's a shadow coming up around like this person, right? This person, their soul is highlighting your shadow. They're saying, I'm not going to listen to you, but I want your advice, sort of thing. They're kind of just using you. So that's what's going on in your life, partly in terms of relationships. This could be a love situation as well, where they're just like, they don't care. Yes, exactly. Love. This is to do with you and how much you're embracing your love life, like how much you're listening to yourself. Now, I love this card. This is absolutely stunning. This is your energy right now. You are an embodiment of love, as are we all, because we are in the name of the eyes of God, right? Because we are love. But to put emphasis on this is to do with you and how you are just such a beautiful soul, and you kind of get crushed a lot because people think that they can do that. You don't want to be around anyone like that anymore. And also, if your life is quite quiet as well, it's because you are getting ready for your own personal like upbringing, your own personal breakthrough that looks different from your breakthroughs that you've had before, where it's been like really difficult, really uncomfortable, really tough. It's like it's not going to be like that anymore. I mean, it could be like that in the future. I am not the all-knowing oracle, but there's something to do with your money and Venus that's coming in. So the more you dress for yourself, the more you dress pretty and you don't worry about things. One of the messages I'm getting for my women, could be for men as well, more on the feminine side, is that you guys kind of stress about being like showing your body off too much. Some of you guys are quite shy about your body, which is totally fine. I'm the same. I'm quite reserved with how I dress, but it's kind of like, don't worry about that so much. It's like, oh, what if I'm too sexual? What if I over sexualize myself? What if I look like not very nice? Or what if people say stuff? It's like most people don't really talk to each other anymore, so just go do the thing. You know, you might even come into or create your own job that's to do with Venus. You could be making items that are very pretty and selling them. You could be doing more art and selling it. It's something to do with money and Venus, and I really feel like it could be also you guys are going to meet a man or a woman through your job once you embrace your Venus side. Now, I really want you to look at your Venus. There's plenty of videos online about your Venus. Check out your Venus sign if you don't know too much about it, but there's birth chart calculators all over the place that you can have a look at. But I'd highly recommend looking at your Venus sign, because the more you embrace it, the more you're going to get like this abundance is going to come easier to you. Life is going to feel flowy. I'm seeing like scooping up water and just splashing it on your face. Like life is going to become a lot more flowy. And also, I reckon there's a shadow to do with your love life, or something to do with like how you're looking at loving yourself. Now, loving yourself has so many different layers, right? But one thing is to stop judging and being highly critical on yourself, because you are just so, like, you're so good at judging yourself, right? This is you, right? And you're just like looking at your soul being like, oh, I hate you so much, you're so awful. That is not your true voice. It's kept you safe all this time. But how is it actually affecting you now? Is this actually doing any good? Probably not. So we're going to look at that. I want you to look at that. Look at that. That is your task, okay? Look at how your voice is speaking to you constantly. All right. Okay, let's get you a couple more cards and we'll kind of reiterate what's going on. Also, I love the diamond. That's very Venus. That's very much like, look at like my jewels sort of thing. Look at like the prettiness. Look at, you know, that sort of thing. But it's actually not on a superficial level. It's very much to do with how you're creating, and it's like artistic. There's a fine line between artistic visuals versus like superficial. You know, you're doing it for you, but genuinely you are doing it for you. Like, it's not for other people. Yeah, you want to look pretty, you want to look good, but at the end of the day, you've got to start with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you can be the most prettiest person on earth. You could dress beautiful and you could still be so, like, not a nice person. You could be so just uncomfortable in yourself. You want to stop worrying about how you're coming across and just start being that. And it takes time. I'm not saying this is an overnight thing. This really isn't. This is like a proper, like, a few months to like a year maybe. Okay, we've got Venus, 8th house. It's to do with intimacy. That's what I just said. Yeah, it's like, stop being critical on yourself. You're avoiding your own intimacy. You're avoiding your own self. Now, I want to tell you, out of full transparency, one thing that I've stopped doing since I've been in a relationship, bearing in mind, confirmation, God wants me to talk about this, is that since being in a relationship, I talk to myself less, and I've been single pretty much my whole life, right? I used to talk to myself constantly, and I genuinely felt like a strong connection with myself, and I think that's why and how I did so much shadow work by myself. When my subconscious stuff did start coming up, it's only when it starts to come up naturally. But one thing that I'm trying to do now is talk to myself more, because I'm feeling like part of me is being like, it feels lonely, and I think I feel lonely because I'm not talking to myself. Like, I'm not truly listening to what I really want. I'm just sitting in silence, but I'm not really talking to myself. And I think it's to do with like acting like you're your own best friend, because if you keep ignoring that, you're going to feel ignored and almost not know why. And I think that's why. Okay, let's get you a stick to do with this, with what we just rolled. That's exactly the number I was picking up on. 666 and 888. Yeah, so what is going on in your life is you are needing to stop avoiding stuff. What have you been avoiding today? Run towards it. It can't hurt you. The time for your spiritual truth is now. Do something challenging today. Get in a good sweat, or cross a task off to-do lists that you've been putting off. Reward and relief are on the other side of hardship. Yeah, and I think it's also like, I know you're used to things being difficult, but this is actually not as difficult as it has always been. And I think you've got to like look back at your life and be like, oh yeah, it actually isn't, which is really, really great. Yeah, which I find really, really great for you. I want to get some angel numbers for you. So in terms of the Virgo in the 8th house, Virgos are very sensitive body-wise. They're also quite sexual too. So you guys might resonate with that. There could be a need for you to communicate like intimate-wise what you would like from your partner, or if you're single, you want to commit to kind of your own intimacy, which means like if you're dating people, speaking how you really truly feel, you're expressing yourself, you're saying what you really like and you really enjoy, you're not hiding your personality. Intimacy is into me, I see. So it's like literally listening to actually what the F is actually going on within you. Like, what are you trying to tell me to yourself? You're saying, what are you trying to tell me? Ah, we have the same number. If we get 888, I'm going to laugh. No, we didn't. That would be so funny though. Okay, so balance is obviously very important for you guys, which is to do with Libra, which we had before. Balance and harmony. Yes. Okay, so it says seek balance and harmony in all aspects of your life. It will lead to peace and success. And they've also got cultivate gratitude. Cultivate gratitude daily and your future will be fulfilled with even more blessings. Yes, daily gratitude. One thing that I used to do when I had really bad OCD. And by the way, OCD is hell. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It's awful. I actually had it literally just before I started doing this as a job, and it was just awful. And it gets worse when I get stressed. So one thing that's really good for OCD or any sort of like anxiety, anything that kind of makes you over hyper focus on stuff, is gratitude. So one thing I did was I had a book specifically for this, a notebook. I wrote down 3 things I did in that day, and it could be literally I made myself a cup of tea, because I literally had times where I couldn't get out of bed. There was times where I couldn't even get out of the house. I was literally like bedridden, stuck in the house, because I couldn't leave because I felt so anxious. So writing down 3 things each day, and pick a time when you know you're going to do it. Mine was before I went to bed. You know, your time is important. And we also have your spiritual awakening is unfolding. Trust your inner wisdom and follow your path. You are doing great. Thank you so much for watching. Offerings are down below. If you would like some spiritual coaching, give me an email. Have a great day. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading. Ooh, that colour is so pretty. Amber. When you need a metaphysical hug from the universe, call on Amber's cuddly, electric blanket vibes and cozy up. Recharge your good vibes. Ooh, oh, I just got tingles when I just... Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is literally just a singular card, but I just got tingles all over my body when I saw this. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so lilies are a really big sign for you, and crows. I said this in one of my videos on my other channel. It's called... Is it Divine Direction? Victoria's Divine Direction. It's down below. It's a new channel I've got. I also do readings on there. Okay, so your philosophy, how you live your life in general, is changing very much. And we've got the crow. It's like divine wisdom and books. So it's like you are learning something new. You're itching to learn something new. That's why you're getting quite irritated, because it's not like you have to change up like loads and loads of things. It's really about one thing at a time that you genuinely like doing, and that's going to create a big change for you over time. So let's see what else. Can you please clarify? Okay, so your intuition's getting a lot higher. You're getting a lot more intuitive, and you're getting clearer. Your intuition's getting really clear, which is really lovely. I also see you joining like a yoga group, and you meeting somebody quite special. Could be a partner, could be a really lovely friend, could be a community. There's someone here that has what you need within you, so it's like they bring it out in you. So I'm hearing all you need to do is step outside. All you need to do is be outside. So if you are somebody who works on your computer a lot, if you're self-employed, if you work at home a lot, you need to be outside a little bit more within the next 2 to like 5 months. Like, just keep going outside. And this isn't about like attracting stuff. This isn't going outside to attract stuff. It's just being outside to be available for other people to possibly approach you or to go to groups. And it's not to force yourself into groups. It's like, if it guides you and it's something that you're like, oh, I'm drawn to this, go for it. Because what I feel is happening in your life is you're ready for an upgrade, and the upgrade is happening now, but you're going to be implementing new things externally soon. So there's like groups you're going to do, there's hobbies, there's creative endeavors, there's new things possibly happening in work, especially if if you are self-employed. Okay, next. 4 of Swords. Yes, right. So your mind is a big like creator in all of this, okay? So this isn't to say that you are thinking wrong or anything like that. You're just actually understanding, you're listening to your mind a little bit more. Also, I make cacao and it's really nice. This is literally cacao, milk and maple syrup frothed up. Highly recommend. And I feel maybe a cacao group is something you might go to. So yeah, I feel like this overflow of abundance coming in, and the abundance is not going to be like, boom, here it is. It's going to come in like chonk, chonk, chonk. I see like, so by about November, these 3 chonks would have already happened. These 3 experiences would have already happened. So by November, you would have had actually quite a big year. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, roughly 7 or 8 months. Within that time, I see a big upgrade. I see possibly, if you're a relationship, getting engaged. I see a new job. I see upgrades in your job. I see a new life coming in, some babies, contraception up. If you're not looking for babies, this is definitely more planned pregnancy. But I also do see a doggy coming in, or a cat, kitten, doggy, something like that. Oh, that rhymed. And yeah, there's a lot of swords. So swords are a really big synchronicity, and what swords mean is it's like messages. It's cutting through the bullshit, basically. And what I see is like your money is going to increase more when you start experiencing your own truth. Like when you express your real truth, like, I don't like that. Just being really blunt, just being like, I don't like that. Do not do that. I'm not a fan of that. Something like that, just being like cut and dry. Now, also what's going on is your light and your dark, quote unquote, is coming out. So your external version of you and your subconscious version of you is coming out. So there's like new patterns being formed because of how much has shifted in your life. So maybe, especially if you have been in a new relationship or in new relationships or a new job, the way you are shifting and who you are is definitely changing flowers are a really big synchronicity for you. Like you're probably going to get given flowers, especially if you're in a relationship or maybe by friends. You could be get given flowers. This is a sign of you coming into like this flourishing energy. And it's like because they're being like flowers being drawn to you, it's because you're being asked to like call back for nature. Your job, your life is going to include a lot more nature as well. Could include more plants, gardening. It could include having a homestead, having a farm. It could be traveling more to more like countries, things like that with more nature. But yeah, that's definitely what's going on. I feel like a big shift. You guys are the most happiest group. 1 and 2 were a bit deep and kind of intense, and not really in a not in a bad way. It just felt very like kind of sad. This, like, you kind of felt like this depression almost, which is fine if that's what you guys are going through. This group is like, I'm done, I'm good, but what's next? That's kind of what I feel from this group. New life is coming in. Like there's some new drive. You're very driven. Like as you're watching this, you're very driven. It's like, Victoria, what do I do with this energy? Create, write it down, and do it when you feel like it. That's what my advice is really. Also, I see community groups. So like I see paint and sip type groups. I see intuitive painting type groups, that sort of thing. And also the Knight of Cups in reverse. So you will also, at the time of watching this video, you're going to be aware of people's bullshit very clearly. Like you're going to be very aware of who has good intentions or not, which is really great, because before you weren't really aware of that. Before you were kind of like, oh, I'll just accept basically anyone that comes in, or I'll just kind of date anyone because they like me. It's like, no, stop doing that. You're basically making yourself feel crap for no reason because you want some company. You know what? It's actually better to be by yourself, because you know why? Because you're constantly basically being bullied if you're in a love situation, because love situations are kind of like this need for attention that you can't get from your own self, which is fine if that's what you would need to go through, because in the end I've been through a lot of those. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's more like I'm trying to get you to be like, look at the sun, girl. You don't need the trash. Like you don't need that, you know. That is what you don't need. Okay, let's see what else you're going through. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Clear your mind. Yes, there's a sense of needing to clear your mind, because like you, okay, there's some big stuff coming. Your brain says, I'm scared, I'm going to overthink. Nothing good ever happens to me. When stuff does happen that's good, I kick it out, or something kicks it out. No, that's not happening this time, because you are done with that, okay? And also, you had to learn at the time. There's nothing bad about that, all right? So we have Take a Breather and Shine. Oh, we have another one. Attune to the Divine. These two are very similar to each other. This might be a Cancerian, Pisces, Leo friendship group. But also, these two are very similar. Can you see how similar they are in colour, the water? There's a sense of like, girl, God's got you. He has got you. Your spirit guides, they got you. Archangel Michael's definitely got you, because we've got a lot of swords here. We got like the blue flame. Like I got a really strong message. By the way, a download of a blue flame. Oh my gosh, it was a big one. Wow. I don't get downloads like similar to flames, but oh my gosh, as I'm talking, my legs are tingling. So this purple, that's blue. Okay, but also purple, but blue also is coming in. I actually have a blue stone right here, so I'm going to plop it here just in case you need it. This is aquamarine. I'm pretty sure. I get them confused with turquoise. That's aquamarine. So yeah, aquamarine is your stone for today. This is to do with helping you to connect with God, to connect with a higher power, because you can't do everything by yourself. And also, you know what? Sometimes we just need some guidance, because being a human being is really difficult. So I really feel like that is an important thing, is to like bring God into like your daily habits, because that is exactly what you need. And if it's not God, whatever your belief is, bring that into your life, obviously as long as it's of the light and not something negative or horrible. And also shine. Your next level up, this kind of energy, what the F is going on in your life, you are shining, girl, and that's why it's stressing you out, because you've not shone before. So it's like all these like people looking at you like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. Good, because you're ready for it. You're ready for the recognition. Now, this is exactly what I also did in my video. I was talking about shadow work, which I mentioned in the last video, in this last group. And in this group, I'm mentioning the shining part of the video. So look at my Divine Direction video down below, my channel, my recent one that I uploaded. It's basically mean like if you're watching this as a timeless video, I'll try and link the video below actually, because I feel like this is directly connected to this. But can you see all these sunflowers remind me of all the people that you're going to influence. Oh, that's a nice message, isn't it? That's really nice. This feels really pretty. I like this. Sunflowers are a big sign for you. You might end up with a lot of sunflowers around your life, around your home. But this is the energy I'm getting, like what the F is happening? You're shining, you're starting to shine, it's happening. Is it happening right away? No, but if it did, it would be boring. So it basically is like one step at a time. Whoa, that was quick. Okay, that's all we need to know. Underneath, stability. Yes, everything to do with your stability, your money, your finances, your home, that is all shifting, which is why feeling is uncertain. And that's okay, it's okay. Right, we have Chiron, we have Mercury, and we also have Pluto transformation. Yeah, this is not comfortable, but this actually feels like phenomenal. This is so random, but I'm getting like a lady and she's like opening her legs, but not in like not in like a sexual way. I mean, it could be, but one thing is like a birth, like the creation is ready to form, is ready to actually come out. It's the baby's been incubating for a while, like your thoughts have been incubating, your ideas, you have been incubating. It's now time to be released and actually be born into the world. So that's what I'm feeling for you, is it's like you've gone through all the tasks, you've done the things, you've experienced everything, like you are now ready for this upgrade. And the upgrade is that you are becoming a really, really comfortable version of who you are, and it's coming so clear the new experiences that you're going to have. And I feel like animals like tigers, horses, lions, big animals are really big synchronicities for you, because they're talking about taking up space and also being a leader for others. You want to step into your leadership energy, okay, which is really important. Embrace healing. I mean, come on, we have healing here. I love that. Healing is taking place in your life. Allow it to bring positive transformation. Embrace transformation. Transformation. Oh my gosh, I don't make this stuff up. Okay. Your future is bright as you now evolve. If we've got reinvention, I'm going to laugh. I don't know if we've got reinvention in these cards. Love and unity. Love and unity are surrounding you. Share your love with others and it'll be returned to you. Yeah, don't ever hide your heart. Okay, don't ever, ever, ever hide your heart. Next, intuition, which is exactly what I was talking about. What we crave the most can be a sign of what we're lacking the most, but it can also be what we're looking at in others can be what we're craving the most. Perform a body scan. What has your soul been craving? I also feel drawn to say to you that I do healing as well. So if you want a distant healing, that is on my website. I feel like I want to pull you one more card. Yes, girl. Oh, slap it, girl. Slap the card. This is exactly what's going on for you. Like, you are the queen, okay? And this isn't saying like, oh, you're egotistical, none of that. No. The sun, okay? You are becoming able to shine more without hiding. And you're able to, what this does is, you encourage the tribe that you are desiring to come towards you, okay? Now, the reason why it's so uncomfortable is because you haven't done it before, okay? That's why, right? Surround yourself with red, okay? Red, carnelian, red jasper, ruby, beautiful red colours to ground you through this process. Being birth, transformation, beautiful. Love it. The more you do this, the more authentic finances, money, things like that come towards you. Have a great day. My rates are down below and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 4. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't normally get a number group 4. A number group 4? A group number 4. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Okay. Hello, group number 4. You have amethyst, which is intuition, it's spirituality, it's all the things, your crown chakra, everything like that. So you have the death card. Wow, oh my goodness. So you guys are really going through it. You're going through some big shifts actually. It's like, it's all unknown. That's what I'm hearing, it's all unknown. I don't really understand why it feels so weird. So confusing. Okay, so you guys are doing a lot of shedding. That's why it feels so confusing. That's why it feels like there's a lot of lack, because it's like, well, I've let stuff go. When's the stuff coming in? It's like, but you still have stuff to let go. But it doesn't mean you're not going to attract stuff as you do that. It's like a snake with lots of layers. Okay, doesn't mean you have to shed fully. It's almost like a divine timing for you guys, and that's really annoying to hear because it's like, Victoria, well, I could have said that, but it is true. It's a divine timing, you know. It feels like you're being initiated into something. Yeah, justice. So if you have anything that's unresolved, it could be like a job situation. There's something that's to do with other people, like you're waiting on other people to do it. So it could be like something to do with law. It could be something to do with like building in your home. That's all going to be fixed within the next month or so, maybe 2 months, if it's like something to do with like a leak or something in your home. That's going to be sorted, by the way. That's what I feel. So if you're waiting on something to be figured out, it's going to be fixed. That's what I see in the next couple of months. Yeah, it's like I'm hearing like you're a mum and you've got lots of different thoughts in your head. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you is the more you focus on yourself to balance yourself out, to become a lot more like just looking after yourself and all the things you go through, it's super important. So it doesn't matter what people, like how many people you got around you or have no people around you. It's about how you are looking after yourself in times that are stressful. So it's like, what are they going to do? What's she going to do? What's he going to do? You know, that's like from Madagascar. The little like, what's he called? Like a seal? Like a sea lion? It's like, what's he going to do? That's what I see. It's so random, but like that's what I see. It's like, what is he going to do? I'm going to cover up this card. I don't want to get demonetized. But yeah, so you guys are going through like a very deep initiation now. If you need to hermit mode, do that, please. Okay, do not force yourself in situations where you don't have to. All right, if you have to for like work or whatever, go for it, yes. But if you need a lot of downtime, if you need a lot of time by yourself, do that, because it's because you are changing a lot on a very deep level as well. Like your body's going through some deep stuff. I do healing on my I do distance healing. So if you want some healing, it's very similar to Reiki, but I'm not Reiki certified. I just do healing and I got gifted it from God, so I do healing. If you would like some healing, I do offer that in my website down below. But yeah, you guys are no longer relying on other people to kind of okay, so you are stressed out because you've always tried to have the control. It's like you're waiting on someone to do like DIY, but you can only rely on the person to do the DIY, so you've kind of got to be okay with like things looking like a mess. You're all getting okay with the mess. The more you're okay with the mess and the messiness and the confusion, the more you attract. And the Emperor is saying that, which is burped, clarification, if you guys are needing or wanting some sort of partner, some sort of like person in your life who gives you that love, that connection, that's definitely on its way. That's after this initiation type situation. If somebody who's got a lot, like they're very intelligent, by the way. So if you are waiting on a relationship, this is for those of you who it's meant to be for, because not everyone's meant to have a relationship from this reading. But for those of you who have genuinely been very patient and you're in a place where you're like, I don't really need somebody, I'm very happy just with myself, that's going to be when this person comes in. I could say it for a fact because that's what happened with me. I'm not saying it's going to happen for everyone, but it happened with me. If it can happen with me, it can happen with you, okay? So I was always somebody who was searching for relationships, in and out of different dating situations, love situations, all that stuff. And it was so unhealthy and so uncomfortable, but I had to go for it to learn. So you guys are learning through your scenario, what you're going through right now, and you're also learning through community. So if you have others to rely on, definitely talk about what you're going through. It will help clear it. I'm also seeing you talking to like an elderly lady. It could be like a nan or a granddad, grandmother in a home. I don't know why I'm getting that, but maybe you work in a care home. But if you don't, I would recommend that you may be really good with elderly. So that could be another career path. That could be a career path for you. But yeah, you're kind of always hidden away. But I want you to know that if you are in hermit mode, that's not exactly what's going on. It's more about like you're being initiated. So it's not something that you know, are missing out on as such. The Fool and the Emperor are the new like life that you're going to have, the life that's coming in, but you're needing to like sit with all the aspects of you that you aren't really happy with, and there's going to be parts of you that are going to pop up to say like, hi, like you need to sort me out, because there's going to be situations that reoccur. And one thing I'm hearing is it's like the more you release the control, as in like, okay, that's fine, we just got to let it go, trust God, trust spirit guides, pray, all the things, you're actually going to attract this quite quickly. And I see within summertime, that's within about 3 months from watching this video. So I think that within about 3 months I see this shift changing, and you're attracting this really nice person. They're tall, dark and handsome, basically. They could have dark features. I do feel like they do have dark features, dark skin, dark hair. Could be like dark skin with dark hair or light skin with dark hair. And this person is just like, they are very intelligent. Like I said, they are really, 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 really clever. and they have everything. Like, they are so amazing as a person. That's what you deserve. You don't deserve trash. Okay, you've had trash. We're done with trash now, girl. Like, you do not deserve the trash. What else is going on for group number 4? Fulfill your purpose. Exactly. Seek your soul's purpose and fulfill it. Your destiny awaits your action. So this isn't to say like you have to do your purpose right this moment. What's happening is you are fulfilling your purpose right now. It just doesn't look like it's like getting the coin or getting the bag of money or getting the friends. It's not about that. It's actually, this is your time right now. And then it's going to be your time with others. But like I say, lean on community because that's important. Deep spiritual insights, they will illuminate your path forward. I feel like in meditation you could get some really strong downloads. I think you could get some really strong signs from birds especially. 888 is coming through really strongly as well. And cultivating gratitude is super, super, super important. This is the 3rd time this card has come out. Speak your world into being. This came out on 2 other groups as well. This is to do with how you are communicating your true words, not just your words, your true words. Okay, this is actually like your true words. What are they really saying? Because it's about like not just ignoring what you really want, because you can't attract everything in one go, because that's otherwise life would be really boring. But you can attract peace because you're making it yourself. Does that make sense? Also, there could be something you're really truly feeling and you're like, I don't know how to feel it, just relax. It could be also like you need to just like forgive yourself through this process, especially if you've got like death in the family, and that's not a future prediction, that's if that's already happening in your life. Oh, we've got a lot of water going on. Damn, you guys are feeling very deep. Wow. Yeah, exactly. So these emotions are going to be moving you forward, kind of like kicking the ball. You know, like ball thing that goes tick, 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 tick like that. It's like a ripple effect. So everything you're doing is creating a ripple effect. You're not doing nothing. It's like you've got to be deeply in the emotions to push you forward. So any feelings that come up, if you can feel them, go for it. Okay. 3rd house of messages. Yes. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a really nice deep conversation with somebody. There's going to be words exchanged. It's going to move something forward. It could be something to do a lawyer, a manager. It could be a new interview with somebody if you're looking for a job. It could be an email that comes through and you're like, ooh, and you get recognized. It could be somebody, it's just something to do with like your potential. It's people seeing your true potential. I'm seeing like you gardening in your garden, like somebody talks to you and it's like a really nice conversation. I just see like your words are very powerful. So if you want to talk it out, talk it out. So that's a reading. Have a great day and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.